My name is Comrade Jagon Kwemi Samuel from Yagba West of Kogi State. I want to add to what he has said by commending the governor for fighting and making ways that those insurgents, those kidnapping, armed robber, and bandit, fighting for them, it's not been easy. So we must also have a way of commending him. He has been trying his best. He has been, curtailing those things. And if you see what has been happening in Kogi State before and now, you will know that truly Governor Yahaya Bello has done well. So I just want to commend him and also commend the Nigerian Police Force and the DSS and all the army that has been working in line to bring peace, unity, and progress in Kogi State.
It's an open petition to quickly arrest instigators of violence in Kogi State. Kogi Youth Leaders Forum is an organization comprising of Kogi State indigenes from all walks of life who are mostly young and middle-aged people. Most of us are professionals in different fields and politically exposed individuals. Our fundamental objectives are the harmony, peace, progress, and development of Kogi State as a whole. We advocate for good governance, enthroned religious tolerance, unity, and prosperity of Kogi State without discrimination. This petition is against the backdrop of the activities and unguarded utterances of some unpatriotic and anti-democratic persons who are fond of overheating Kogi State for political factors by making wild and unsubstantiated allegations that can throw the state into unmitigated crisis of immeasurable violence. These are individuals who specialize in instigating violence needlessly in the state by words and action and need to be reined in by security agents before things get out of hand. Some of them have turned their social media handles to a platform for hate speeches and campaign of calumny that can instigate the people into a mob action that may prove extremely difficult to manage and lead to needless loss of lives and property in Kogi State. A recent example was when one Farouk Adejo Audu made a social media post, please kindly find the attached, capable of compromising peace in the state and lead to bloody violence. As you can see, Mr. Audu insinuated in the post can cause intractable violence in the state because it is meant to cause mass disaffection and violent clashes. It is our belief that Mr. Audu has a hidden agenda for making this type of outrageous claim and must be made to explain to security agencies, especially the Department of State Services, to which this petition is directed, why he is interested in causing mayhem in Kogi State. He must say all that he knows about plans to foment mayhem in Kogi State. We are also aware of the sponsored protest to the defense headquarters in Abuja today, with the sole purpose of blackmailing the military and other security agencies from performing their legitimate constitutional duties in Kogi State. That protest was sponsored by people who have something to hide and are behind violent attack in Kogi State and would therefore want security agencies to stay aloof without intervening to prevent violence in the state. They do not mean well for the state at all. Why will anyone wish to discourage security agencies from doing their work if such a person does not harbor criminal intentions? It is either that or these people are not bona fide Kogi State indigenes. I'm sure they cannot be. Their protest today, which comprised of non-Kogi indigenes, except perhaps one or two of them, is a confirmation that they are not Kogites. One or two sponsors agents of violence from Kogi just picked some street urchins on the street of Abuja suburb to do the so-called protest. Any genuine Kogi indigene will never encourage violence and criminality by asking security agents to desist from decimating criminal activity in the state. All genuine Kogi State citizens, both home and abroad, must rise up to condemn this merchant of disharmony pretending to be what they are not. We are so much concerned that because governorship election is just 5 months away, and some political miscreant being sponsored by instigators of violence in the state are beginning to set the stage for violence before, during, and after election and blame it on others. This type of destructive politics cannot be allowed to play out in Kogi State this time around. We have enjoyed near perfect peace and harmony in the last 8 years, and we do not want any group of politicians and non-politicians who know that they cannot win election in an atmosphere of peace and stability to return Kogi State to its former state of anarchy. We call on the Department of State Services to up its game in Kogi State by ensuring that all purveyors of chaos are firmly dealt with. We demand that anyone seen to be instigating violence in whatever shape or form in Kogi State, no matter how highly placed, be promptly arrested and prosecuted. Those who hide on social media to make wild and unsubstantiated allegations should not be left out. Our organization does not believe in the ugly statement that politics is a do or die affair. The security operation, which was hatched in the state a few days ago, was thoroughly explained by your organization, and we welcome any initiative to dry off the leaves on the tree of violence in Kogi State. No individual should be above the brute level of the sovereign of Nigeria. If anyone is therefore against the operation, he or she should be invited to come and explain how the operation has negatively affected him or her. The attitude of those people who has light touched the claims in certain quarters that some individuals are relying solely on violence and anarchy as a tool for jungle mechanization to an end. We stand firmly against violence. People like the current ACF chairman, Architect Gabriel Aduku, who have been condemning security agencies for taking steps to curtail insecurity in the state, is unfortunate and condemnable. The poison chalice that made the statesman use the group to funnily endorse the candidate of the Social Democratic Party in a controversial circumstance is the one driving him to be advocating for a notorious criminal who had probably been contracted to foment trouble ahead of Kogi State's gubernatorial election. To set an example, we demand that Mr. Audu and his court be arrested and thoroughly investigated to know who are their sponsors to instigate violence in Kogi State during this electioneering process. We shall remain vigilant and continue to report individuals who engage in attempt to instigate violence in Kogi State to you and your sister agencies in order to get them promptly arrested and prosecuted. On this, we pledge our maximum cooperation. Yours, a nation building. My name is Comrade Richard Leke. I'm the president of Kogi's Youth Leaders Forum. Thank you for listening, gentlemen of the press.